Hello everyone, Flickr showed this to me. We have a survey on Spectrum. Very interesting. We would like to conduct a broad survey over the holiday break. We want to hear from you, learn a bit about who you are, how you play, and what you think of the game as it is and the vision we have set out. Okay, what vision? You mean the vision you are changing every year? Right now, Star Citizen is nothing like Chris talked about in the past, nothing like Chris and CIG promised. The best damn space sim ever, and now it's a rather lame duck. It's more and more arcadey.
We couldn't be doing everything we're doing without all your guys' support, right? So we got everyone on this team is incredibly passionate about making the best damn space sim ever, also the best first-person universe ever.
Star Citizen is never getting cancelled. We're just going to keep working on this thing until it is the best damn space sim. Or universe simulator, I should just say, not really space sim, because it's a complete universe sci-fi simulation game possible.
The survey should take about 50 minutes, so you don't have to answer all questions. Very important, you don't have to answer all questions. Please keep this in mind. Participating gets you a small reward as well. In case you missed it, this is your chance to pick up a set of 2954 IE shirts and hats in-game attributed to your account. We will distribute the rewards shortly after survey period ends, January 15th. And link to the survey, Star Citizen 2024 Player Survey. Enter your in-game handle. I think we can do this. This is harmless. Please select your age. Remember, you don't have to answer all questions. Gender, male. How new to Star Citizen are you? Very new. Started in the last few months. Somewhat new. Started 3 to 6 months ago. Intermediate. Started 6 months ago. Veteran. Been playing for a year or more. Okay, I find this kind of strange. There are people who are with the project for more than 12 years. And 1 year is already a veteran. Where did you hear about Star Citizen? Unfortunately, a colleague told me about Star Citizen. Sometimes I wish this would never have happened. Do you enjoy watching Star Citizen content? I see SCL ship and patch trailers. I started in 2.3.1 and I watched even all the older videos back then. Nowadays I don't care anymore because most of your videos are faked, showing us things that might come to the game but most likely won't be ever in a game like that. Just one example, Reclaimer's Claw. Even in CIG's Vulture promo video we could see the claw in action. Even in one of CIG's later shows, the claw at least scrapped something. And then when you actually get Reclaimer salvage into the game, it is just another beam.
Tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies.
And now she is destroyed. Okay, this looked very underwhelming. Do you enjoy participating in Star Citizen discussion and or community events? Community events, not so much anymore. Discussing, of course. Where do you like to engage with Star Citizen community? I was on Reddit in the past, but Reddit is just too white knighty. I don't care much anymore. Spectrum, yes. On my Discord channel, yes. And of course, my YouTube comment section. And a bit on Twitter. Do you participate in seasonal promotions? Lunar New Year, Invictus, Ship Showdown? Not anymore. I don't care much anymore. I care that we are getting the game Chris and CIG promised us. And right now it looks like we are getting a very, very watered down game. Very arcadey game. I'm currently part of an in-game org. Yes, but for reasons I don't want to get into. But here I have to answer yes. How many hours a week do you play video games in general? Okay, I have to say it's like 20 hours a week. But if you're below 20 hours a week, don't even install Star Citizen. No, it's such a time sink video game. What other type of games do you like to play? Action RPGs? Yes. MMOs? Yes. No mobile games. Open world RPGs? Of course. First person shooters? Yes. Flight sims? Yes. Racing sims? Yes. Strategy games, yes. Sports games, puzzle games, not so much. What is your preferred primary input setup for playing Star Citizen? I am still not sure if I prefer HOSAs or HOTAs. Both have advantages and disadvantages. And of course, I have rudder pedals. What auxiliary input devices do you use? Head tracking? Yes. Offhand throttle? Keine. What about rudder pedals? I guess it's this. I am thinking about getting a Stream Deck for a long time, and one day I will. Rank the future gameplay you are most excited about. Okay, Death of a Spaceman at the very, very bottom. It's such a terrible idea to have permadeath in MMO. Especially after we saw the Ursa Matic promo video.
You're probably thinking I'm a goner. But the thing is, I've died 1,000 times. Because a regen has always been the strategy. Let's do this.
Chris, you will have a very hard time taking this away from us again. You were very clear in your promo video. I died 1,000 times. Rank the current gameplay loops according to your enjoyment. You can just do whatever you want. You can change the ranking. I think this is roughly my ranking. Rate your enjoyment with the current gameplay loops. Mining is very poor at the moment, it's very buggy. Salvage is rather poor. I mean, having to move boxes one by one inside Reclaimer is such a terrible idea of gameplay. Salvage is cheap bulk material and should be treated as such. There should be conveyor belts inside Reclaimer and an automatic compactor in the rear, like every garbage truck has for decades. FPS combat, how it is right now? It's rather poor. Especially weapon handling. I'm not a fan of weapon handling in Star Citizen. Ship combat, since master mode, very, very poor. Cargo transport, very poor, because we have to move containers one by one at outposts ourselves. There are no services, no NPCs, no machines doing loading, unloading at outposts. In addition, everyone can just get onto our ship. Our ship is wide open when we are doing loading, unloading, get onto the pilot seat and just fly away, because we still don't have keys, no biometric locks in year 13. More than 7 years ago, Chris and Tony Silverek talked about machines and NPCs doing the loading, still nowhere to be seen.
Like if I have a big container ship and I pull into the port of LA here at Long Beach, there's a whole setup. There's longshoremen, big cranes, and there's service, and the crew of the container ship don't actually unload the containers themselves. There's equipment that does it, and there's people that are paid to do that. And I would say that in general, in sort of the bigger sort of spaceports, you would have that same kind of setup.
Rates the various ship manufacturers by design, aesthetics, and usability. Okay, you don't have to answer all questions. This would be a lot of work. In general, CIG's ship design, CIG's architecture is very bad. Most ships would just tumble in space because vector of thrust is not aligned with center of mass. Not even such basic things are done. Most ships are more like a first-person shooter map than a functional ship design. CIG didn't even build cargo ships with the idea of ease of loading, unloading in mind, except maybe the Hull series. I don't know what happened. CIG's ship design in general is very, very bad. Rank the gameplay archetype you would like to see more ships created to support. And again, you can move things up or down. Something like this, for example. I'm not sure yet. Gameplay specifics. The following section is for rating the various gameplay elements within Star Citizen. Note, you do not have to fill out all sections, as we don't expect everyone to have played all aspects of the game. And again, I would have to give a lot of strongly disagree and disagree. Mining right now is not fun, it's broken, it's buggy, it's slow. And of course, the new Fisher-Price UI and MFDs we got at 3.24.2 don't exactly help. For example, scanning was on our HUD. We could see everything at one glance. Now scanning is put onto an MFD. You have to scroll a lot just to see what kind of minerals are in front of you. This is terrible. Ship combat. Overall, I find ship combat to be fun and engaging. Strongly disagree, especially since master modes. The Helmet Visor display provides relevant ship combat information clearly and completely. No. Your UI is absolutely terrible. The guy who made the UI was hired directly after his education, and he never worked on any game before, and it's clearly seen. The goal of CIG's UI was to look cool and cinematic. Function, ease of use played no role. An UI that looks cool and interesting in a movie doesn't necessarily mean it works in a game, and this UI clearly does not work. Yeah, same with here. No, MFDs are just terrible, especially since 3.24.2. Missile and missile counterplay game. No, it's absolutely broken. Again, I have to give most of those strongly disagree or disagree. How often do you do an insurance claim on a ship that isn't destroyed? If I play multiple times per session because of all the bugs. What is the primary reason for claiming your ship? Bypass or fix a bug specific to the ship or to your game in general, like hitting invisible asteroids. I guess this should be now fixed, but this is CIG, so I guess it's already fixed and it will come back again anyway. Questions to FPS combat, game economy. What is a gameplay loop you use for most of your UEC income? It was salvage until you nerfed it. Missions. Overall, I enjoy the mission system and available missions in the game. No. Missions are boring and repetitive. Every bunker looks the same. Every distribution center looks the same. You cannot even be asked to give us like 10, 20 different layouts. I love doing missions and quests in other games, even side missions. In Star Citizen, I don't care about the missions because they are so boring and repetitive. I enjoy interacting with mission givers and find their content rewarding, engaging. No, you're not getting much for doing missions. What rewards would you like to see given by missions that aren't currently? My answer, give some items like an interesting gun or armor piece, but wait, we are losing it anyway when we die, so I'm not so sure anymore. I like doing missions in games, I like doing side missions in games. I like it when I get a reward like a new gun or an armor piece, but in Star Citizen I don't care because I lose it when I die. What type of mission would you like to see in the future? My answer, interesting missions. Not every bunker should look the same. Fighting aliens, not only always other humans. Star Citizen has alien races, but we have never seen any alien races except in some of CIG's trailers. Rank the following mission types according to your overall enjoyment with both engagement of the mission itself as well as the rewards. And again, you can move things up or down. Arena Commander. To be honest, I mostly use Arena Commander for tests. Rank your favorite FPS game modes in Arena Commander. Again, you can move things up or down. Rank your favorite vehicle game modes in Arena Commander. Tank Royale has to be on the bottom because driving physics in year 13 are still abysmal bad. There's no mass simulation, no inertia. Vehicles are just pivoting around a central set axis. There's massive oversteering. And Nova Tank, which is as big as a house, has only -5 degrees of gun depression because some genius put a gun sight under the barrel. Yeah, good luck hitting things that are a bit below your tank. You cannot. Same with the mini turret, by the way, of Nova Tank. Rank your favorite ship combat modes in Arena Commander. Again, you can move things up and down. Cargo hauling. Manually loading cargo using the crit snap mechanic and the freight elevator feels rewarding and fun. No, this is terrible gameplay. Where are the machines? Where are NPCs? Chris and Tony Suvorek promised us more than 7 years ago. Lore and crime. Actor system including inventory, injury and status. Hunger and thirst is not too obtrusive, while still something that needs to be planned for and considered. I strongly disagree. Dying of thirst in 3 hours, in 90 minutes when running, dying of hunger in 5 hours is absolutely terrible. Even if your ship has a sink, you still die of thirst because you cannot drink from the sink. In Star Citizen, we cannot even drink with a helmet on, something NASA figured out more than 60 years ago. Managing, filtering and moving inventory items to and from my character and various repositories is simple and intuitive. I have played hundreds of games. I have never seen an inventory system so slow, so tedious, so unintuitive like in Star Citizen in year 13. This is the worst I have ever seen in any game, Chris. Strongly disagree. Looting and collecting items, equipment and valuables out in the verse feels engaging and rewarding. I love loot in games. I love exploring in games and find interesting loot. I love to do missions in games and get an interesting new gun. In Star Citizen I don't care because I lose those items when I die. Traversal. Using the star map to locate points of interest and set routes is intuitive and simple. Again, I've never seen UI in any game that is so bad like in Star Citizen. Even the new star map is worse than what we had before. The only good thing is you can now search for location, but you will be shown every location, even locations that are millions of kilometers away, while you are, let's say, at the moon. And last I checked, you cannot sort by distance. Driving ground vehicles around on surfaces is enjoyable and meaningful. Again, I've never seen any game with driving physics as bad as Star Citizen Year 13. No bus simulation, no inertia, vehicles are just pivoting around the central Z-axis, massive oversteering. I like driving in games. Driving in Star Citizen is terrible. Strongly disagree. Using GraphLab vehicle is enjoyable and meaningful. If this would be 3.1.4, I would strongly agree, because John Bridges' GraphLab was fantastic. It was fun, it was fast, it looked ahead and made small adjustments on its own. It was almost perfect. Then John had to leave CIG, and with 3.5 new flight model, CIG destroyed John Bridges' GraphLab. Nowadays, GraphLab is slow, it's not fun. It does not look ahead anymore, it does not make small adjustments on its own. We cannot even pitch up or pitch down anymore, which we could with John Bridges' GraphLab. Please rank your favorite starting locations within the Stanton system. Usually I go for Lowville. I guess this would be my ranking. Lowville, Area 18, Lubavitch, Horizon. Please rank your favorite location type to visit in the Stanton system. Actually, none of those, because those are all boring and repetitive. Everything is just copy and pasted. Most locations have lots of buildings you cannot even enter. They are just empty shells. Please rank your favorite location type to visit in the Pyro system. Okay, this is a lot longer than 50 minutes. I will just scroll down now, I guess. Rank future locations according to the ones you would most like to visit. Castra, Terra, Nyx, the next 3 star systems. I cannot rank those because I don't know how much you are giving us, how much you are watering down those star systems. Hangar and ship support. ESOP terminal is easy and convenient to use for ship delivery, retrieval and claims. Strongly disagree. Again, worst UI ever in any game. We cannot even sort. We cannot even have any favorites. If you have a lot of ships, it's terrible to use ESOP terminal. You have to scroll a lot. Decorating and personalizing personal hangar is fun and intuitive. Right now it's not fun, it's not intuitive, and those things you are putting into your hangar are just moving around anyway. As long as you don't fix your physics, CIG, there's no reason to ever decorate my personal hangar. Yeah, you can have a very nice setup, very nice couch, table, with guns on the table, then you are leaving, coming back, and everything is just all over the place. So strongly disagree. Submit. The links are in my first pinned comment below. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
You poisoned Tolwyn against me from the start, and he's had it out for me ever since.
I got news for you. Tolwyn had nothing to do with your lack of promotion. Your flying style took care of that for you. Tolwyn doesn't even know you're alive.
Oh, that's what you think. Everybody knows about the maniac. Everybody. How many people here know about the maniac, huh? Oh, it's a mirror. How many people here know about the maniac, huh? Anybody at all? Don't jump up all at once or anything, everybody. How many people here know about the maniac? I do.
Carl,
Yes.
you're ruining my movie, man.
Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter. My Twitter account is Camural_SC.